Goddamn 335 is on fire this evening. Welcome to the den. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He was doing this earlier in the fucking sauce. And it's just like, it was good for a little while and then it just starts fucking buffering like crazy. I've tried switching through software encoding, through hardware encoding, and both of them are still giving me buffering issues. I'm not sure what the fuck it is that's causing it. So I apologize. We'll see how long we can sustain. If it just gets too ugly, then we'll switch it up. I mean, I've switched softwares. I use two different software. I use a certain software in the den to stream on, and I use a different one in Saw Sports to stream on. So both of those are showing that there's some type of issue. But we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den, the Den is the best conversation on the internet. The reason why it's the best conversation on the internet is because you people make it the best conversation on the internet. Yes, you people. I am your host, Ed Honcho. It is an honor. It is a privilege. Obviously, it's a privilege because if Xfinity is working right, then I guess I get to stream. If not, then, well, there's that. It is a privilege to get to chop it up with you people each and every night. Most of all, it's my pleasure. So, tonight, we normally do Sunday Night Confessions. And then we usually have a secondary kind of conversation going on in the Sunday Night Confessions. Just in case everybody gets scared, nobody wants to confess anything. So, first, let's see who we have joining us, and then we'll get into what the secondary topic might be. We're 16 deep, 7 likes. Hit that like button. It won't hurt you, I promise. Let's see. Yeah, they changed out everything. Changed out splitters, because at first they didn't even give me a splitter, because I installed it myself at first, and everything was fine and dandy. I ended up having to I bought a splitter from fucking I think Best Buy or something, but they changed it out. They swapped everything out. I mean, did the whole shebang, went all in the wall and all that good stuff. Even though that's a whole different story. Rashida, only one, and Tulio, what's the motherfucking deal? Culture, Stephanie Paul, neither Gamma, Misty, it's me. Let's see. Kayshawn the Banksy. Jason S, what's the motherfucking deal? Sweet Berry, how are you this evening? You can't steal any pistachios, so you're on my good side this evening. Shelly Long, pistachios or not, you get on my damn nerves. What's the motherfucking deal? Shannon Jones, the bot, how are you this evening? Let's see. 17 in the building, what's the motherfucking deal? John from NY. Let's see. Doobie-doobie-doo. Got here early because Mr. Trubisky ruined your Sunday. Just this is the only Sunday Mr. Trubisky ever ruined? The sports goat. Let's see. Jess Sarah, the lovely Miss Jess Sarah joining us this evening. What's the motherfucking deal? Savage Donald Trump, what's the motherfucking deal? I agree. Brandon 335. But here's the deal. By the time you see it, that haircut gonna be fucked up. I mean, well, it ain't gonna matter. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. That might be our secondary topic today. Emotional ass niggas. Emotional ass people, period. But we'll get into that. Lady Licious, what's the motherfucking deal? McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Cartier, Miss Cartier, the lovely Miss Cartier White joining us this evening. How are you? What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. No, technically, I think y'all are still in it. I think they actually with the who lost? I think with the Pittsburgh losing, I think Pittsburgh lost, and that actually moved y'all into sixth place. So y'all actually are in the playoffs, but y'all probably think y'all need to beat the Texans next week to stay in the playoffs. But y'all are trashed either game, so don't even ask any questions about the Titans. And y'all gonna lose, even if we don't play our starters. You're still gonna lose. All right. So, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? So let's talk about it, man. Let's discuss what's going on. Yasmin, how are you this evening? What's the motherfucking deal? Anybody I missed, I did not intend to diss. But let's get into it. So yeah, the thing about the haircut thing, and it was funny because Broderick mentioned it yesterday, and like I say, I reside in the area, the Katy area. That's what this looks like. That part of it like up my face. Oh, I mean, got the filters. I was fucking with the filtrations and trying to fix the green screen for the little dilly dallies, but I think my face ain't deteriorating and shit. Okay, cool, we good. So, a haircut. A haircut got somebody shot. And my thing is this, right? KKK MAGA. You racist Trump supporter, you. So, Lise, what's the motherfucking deal? But anyway, my thing is this, right? You got bad service. It is what it is, right? I understand being mad about it. If you didn't like the haircut, don't fucking pay for it and be done with it. Like, be like, hell no, this shit is trash. It isn't what it is, and it ain't no way. But instead of just not paying for it or saying, you didn't appreciate the service or whatever and whatnot, you go back and you pew, 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 pew. And I don't know how many times the guy was shot. Like I said, I haven't heard all the way into the story. Like I said, I just heard from what Broderick said to me. And you shoot somebody over a haircut. Like John mentioned, as a son, in front of the son, like, this is what I'm saying, like, ignorance, like, I get it, you may have fucked up your edge up, fucked up your hairline, I don't know, I mean, there's no haircut that is so bad that you shoot the barber. Obviously, the motherfucker couldn't fight. Because there are haircuts bad enough to fight your barber. Oh, there are haircuts bad enough to put hands on your barber. Absolutely. But now you've put not only your life, but your son's life in jeopardy. You stupid piece of shit. 13-year-old son is now a criminal. For what? Because your dad got a bear haircut and he responds to things like a woman? So now your son's a criminal too? This is what you teach your son? This is hopefully it all plays out where, if the son is not charged. Who knows what'll happen with that. But whatever it is, he doesn't need to be the father to this child. Because obviously he's not teaching him the right shit, right? Obviously he's not teaching him shit. Yeah, oh yeah, they'll definitely do it. I had a situation in high school, and it's funny because it became a thing after that. I had a situation in high school, man, and I didn't realize it until some days later. And I went to visit a cousin of mine, a barber. So I was just like, well, fuck it, I'm out here. I was in high school. I think he was going to TSU at the time. And so I went to go kick it with him for a weekend. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to try to holler at some hoes, see what we get going on over here. And so I was growing me a little fro. I was like, okay, let me get it cleaned up. Let me get it lined up and all that good stuff. So get my haircut, get my line. Everything looks pretty much kosher, right? For the most part. And I remember this guy had crooked gold teeth. I'll never forget. And he looked like he was under the influence of something. Now that I think about it, he had him a little styrofoam cup. Can't remember if it was a double cup. Don't know what he was drinking. But anyway, so I left the barbershop. I was cool. I didn't see. I looked. Checked the mirror. Everything looked good. You know what I'm saying? And then The weekend was cool. There was no real issues. I get back to school, get back to football practice. And young men in high school, nothing slides, right? Nothing ever slides. And so I get to checking it, and this motherfucker tapered up the back of my afro. Tapered up.
Donated $1. My hair is nappy. I rock Jordans and act scrappy. Had a shit relationship with my lazy old pappy. When my husband speaks, it makes me unhappy.
I apologize because the sound wasn't on for that. I'm lost. At Miss Angela. But what's the motherfucking deal to Miss Angela? Sounds like you got a whole lot going on right there. I don't know. Sounds like we gotta have to have a therapy session. That sounds like a whole lot of negativity going on in your life there. So do we need to talk? Do you mean if you need to hit the deadline, when I'm not live, if you just need to talk to somebody, I'm always here to talk. Yeah, I didn't have the actual audio on. It was actually playing through the the headphones. You could barely hear it. But so here's my thing. Now, Rashida, you gonna pay my shit. That's what's gonna happen. I'm finna pull up to Chicago and I'm finna come collect. You gonna pay my shit. But yeah, but the fucking barber, man, tapered up my fucking afro. And I was the nigga with the tapered up fro for quite some time. Now there were some incidents that happened with the tapered up fro, and then it was very unfortunate, if you will. So ended up cutting it, ended up fucking it all up. So I was very unhappy about that. Now, being young and full of testosterone, I was contemplating pulling up to the barbershop and setting it off. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. At this point, I done done what I done done. It is what it is. I'm not gonna trip over it that bad. So you know what? That's very interesting. You say that. I may I may tell a story about that because I was gonna say I fight you naked. Yeah, we might get a little mixed action tonight. We might get a little something in. I don't see why not. But like I say, tonight is Sunday Night Confessions. But I don't see any reason that I think it's very unfortunate that this idiot goes and does what he does. Impacts to the future of his child's life now. And again, just foolish stuff. Like it's foolish stuff. Mr. Kenneth, what's up? What's the motherfucking deal? So like I say, man, it just doesn't make any sense. But like I say, this is this goofy nigga shit that you got to get away from. This is the goofy stuff that you have to withdraw from. Lacking sense and reason. How do you get that angry? Like I get it. I get being pissed off. I get being upset. But I have a couple of questions, like how many times has he gone to this guy before? Was it a new barber? Was like, 'cause I'm always super cautious when it's a new barber, right? Well, as y'all can tell, it's been a long time, been a little bit since I've really been to a barber. I used to get lined up a while back. Like I used to get the edge of when I get my shit done, I'd get it lined up and cleaned up. But I really don't even do that anymore. And that used to be, like I say, the same people I would go to before I started growing it. Like, if I had little partners in the hood who would cut hair or whatever, I'd let them clean me up. But I had one partner, this old lady used to do my hair, and then he would line me up after it. But I'm like, they had a regular beauty shop trapping out the apartment. It was a beautiful thing. I love that kind of hustle. So yeah, you do have those situations where that kind of foolishness does take place, and it's very unfortunate. Um, but yeah, if I would ever go to a new barber, I'd either if I go to like a new barber shop, I'm gonna go see who all what barber like everybody else is going to. Like so, usually you go to a barber shop, there's 3 or 4 barbers there, and so I'm gonna see what barbers everybody else going to. I'm gonna be watching how the haircuts appear when they come out of the chair, right? Are they clean? Do they look good? You know what I'm saying? But all in all, no bullshit. I would go like if I went to a new spot and they had a female barber, I would almost rely on the female. If I saw that she was cutting pretty decent, like if I saw that she cut well, I would let the female barber cut me up. And the reason why is this: because a woman is going to make you look good in the eyes of other women, in my opinion. So, what I mean by that is, word? When did I do that? Oh, that's terrible. How? How did that even happen? What's today's day? Oh shit, that's right. Um, like I say, she's going to sculpt you and make you look attractive in the eyes. But yeah, what I'm saying. And so that's why I would rely. I'd take the shit. She's gonna find what other women find attractive, and she's gonna make you look good. Now, of course, she has to be a straight woman. You can't be a dyke. She'll probably fuck your shit up. So, oh, funny stuff, funny stuff. Just peep something. So, oh man, I fucks with y'all, man, because y'all are very, very funny. And something happened that most of you probably won't even realize what took place. But now that I realize what it is, it's hilarious. It is extremely hilarious. Um, oh, Shannon, stop lying. Shannon just say shit like you can't listen to nothing Shannon be saying. Shannon don't make no. She's from Kansas City. Nothing in Kansas City makes sense. Like you know, the football team doesn't even make sense. You got a fucking quarterback that puts ketchup on everything. So anyway, here's the deal. Vince, what's the motherfucking deal? Um, this is what we're gonna get into. Like I said, it is Sunday night confessions. So if we get some good confessions going today, I will share a confession at the end of the stream. We're going 2 hours today. All right, those hours, those hours. I don't know what it is. What is it? What is that like now? What is hours? I forgot. Anyway, so let's get into it. Give me a second. Let me open up the line. We'll get some calls in. We'll talk about some things. We'll discuss all the problems of the world today and how orcas, like the fucking whales. We'll discuss all the problems of the world today, which we'll never solve, but we will continue to complain about. Why not? Let's have a good old time. Go Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Oh, I need help. But other than that, man, I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope life is treating you good. Unless you're a Titans fan. And then outside of that, it's all good. No big dealio. Come on, fucking deadline, open up, you piece of shit. Yeah, you're gonna make me do it like this. Alright, fucking assholes. Me doing extra shit I don't want to do. Voila. All right. So, that's all good and that's all cool. The line is open for your thoughts. I wish this goddamn bot would get fixed. I'm very upset that the bot has been acting improperly for the last few days. So, Crash, what's the motherfucking deal? Big M, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Oh, word? Damn, that's tough. Bad news for the Seahawks. They were on a good path. That is tough. Unfortunately for them. Let's see. Danny, what's the motherfucking deal? Female pimp. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Belle. I ain't mad. I didn't get a shout out, but it's okay.
Oh, I thought I didn't. No, did I skip you, Miss Bell? I apologize, Miss Bell. Well, what's the motherfucking
right.
deal, Miss Bell?
That's what that meant. I ain't mad.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize.
You know how women say that.
Well, see, but women will they'll sit there and act like everything's okay. Yes, and you have to dig deep and pry. You need a fucking crowbar to figure it out. So, yes. Well, I apologize for that, Miss Bell. And
hey, it's all good. I don't get mad at that. I just thought it was funny that I could actually say it and had a reason to say it. Okay, question. Since you're formally of being a JW, do you actually celebrate the holiday?
No, absolutely not. I don't do anything. I don't celebrate anything. Like I say, I don't hate on anybody who does or whatever. I know people enjoy those kind of things. But like I say, since the majority, well, not at this point, not the majority, but, growing up in the developmental part of my life, never participated in any of those things, so it's like not really a thing to me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it's weird to just kind of jump into it late. That's not to say that I haven't. I've had friends and stuff. I've gone over and hung out for the holidays or whatever. But I don't really go all out for any of it.
Yeah, going to my grandparents' house, it was the same way because they were of the same faith. So. But my mom's side, my dad's side, it was Italian and Catholic, so it was just complete opposite during the holiday. You want to talk about bipolar moments dealing with the two different religions? Ugh. Anyway, that's a holiday nightmare. I am all but one gift, and then I'm done, and I didn't overdo, and I refuse to overspend. And that is actually my Sunday night confession. I am allowing myself to have peace and chi and feeling of that nature. And if they don't like it, oh well.
Or you could say, fuck them. If they don't like it, fuck them. Then fuck it. You meant well, and if they're hating on it, then you did your best. It's the the thought that counts.
Well, I'm just, you know what? This is probably the only year I can use I'm a new widow card, so I'm going to fucking use it.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything to feel bad. The ones that I normally do I do, but I'm not doing any extra. We're not even doing a tree this year.
Oh, okay.
And I'm okay with that. So, but I still have a good spirit about everything. I'm still into doing a lot of giving. I'd like to hear from the callers tonight if they have the spirit. And it doesn't have to be religious. It's just, do they have a happy spirit being the holidays, or is it more emotional anxiety? Because some people, you could be Jewish and it could be Hanukkah, or it could be Kwanzaa, or it could be half a dozen other holidays that come in the 10 days before the new year that pull up the anxiety. So that's just my question to the audience on the third level. Okay. So, you got any questions for me?
What changed your opinion this year about not getting a tree?
Okay, here's the deal. My daughter said, are you guys going to put the tree up? And we said, are you going to help us put it up? Because it takes 2 days to put this tree up between me and my son. And she says, oh, yeah, I'll help. And then we go to get it out, and she's like, no, I'm not helping. So my son and I put it right back to the closet. And said, yeah, we're just not doing that. Next year, we'll be okay. We'll do that. We're just not doing it this year.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't have to be the big 8-foot tree. I mean, we're going to pull the little Charlie Brown tree to put on a bar stool and put a sheet over the bottom of it. So, you know what? We can put presents on it. But I'm not doing the 8-foot tree this year. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes it's okay to do that, and it's not a bad thing.
Correct. I agree. Again, like I say, it's about, you know, the family. It's about enjoying each other and the company. I think everything else is, I guess it's not. I mean, it's hard for me to. I mean, I get it, but it's hard for me, I guess, to really understand it because, like I said, it never really meant a whole lot to me. Like I understand the symbolism of it for everyone else, but to me, I'm just like, you should be able to enjoy being with your family, your friends, or whoever it is, and just appreciate the time that you don't always need. That when people come together, you don't always get that time. So I think it's more about, you know, appreciating those moments.
I get the privilege of understanding because I did a lot of time going to the hall and all that stuff. So I kind of see both sides of it. To me, it's a more intimate family reunion is what it is, because I don't get to see certain people more times of the year, so we actually get together and sit down and break bread. So for me, that's more what it's about than actually the gifts. It's actually just spending time with them because next year they might not be here, or the year after, or, you know, just might be the last visit for a long, long time.
Correct.
And so for me, that's more important than actually putting the money out. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, we still do that because that's the tradition that we've put out. But as far as the memories that go, I mean, I get to sit with my mom and my kids and watch a movie. You know, I get to break bread with them and, you know, figure out who's going to win at spades, or are we going to play Cards Against Humanity, or, you know, those kind of things. And it's bonding time.
Correct.
And that's probably more important and more wealth building within a family than any money can take care of.
I agree. Okay.
So that's my Christmas Eve confession.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what everybody else thinks, what everybody else is planning, and, you know, what kind of Christmas spirit they have.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Happy holidays, and because I'm not going to just mark one and be discriminate, I'm just going to go happy holidays. I mean, if you're across the board, fuck it, right?
Yeah, okay. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I don't know how many people we have in here who celebrate Hanukkah, but maybe we do. Maybe we just don't know. So we'll see how that whole thing works out.
This is true. All right.
All right.
Night, Honcho.
Good night, Ms. Bell. Appreciate you calling.
All right, bye.
All right. All right. We just get this party started. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, Honcho, it's Missy. How are you doing?
Dream Barbie, how are you doing?
Oh, silly. I'm okay. To answer Miss Bell's question, I really am not in the Christmas spirit thing, whatever you want to call it. Like my husband was raised Jehovah's Witness.
Yes.
I think I told you that. And then, I was raised just, really, well, we went to Baptist church, but I mean, it was like celebrate Christmas, that kind of thing. But I mean, when I got out of the house and got married, we would go like to my mom and dad's, and we would eat and stuff like that. But it would mostly be about that. And then, of course, when we had our son, my mom and dad, they always put up a tree and things like that, and they would get him gifts and stuff, but I never put up a tree at home because, Richard was just like not really, into it. And I mean, it was kind of like, I guess it was confusing for Trey, but I tried my best to explain it to him. But the reason why I'm not in the Christmas spirit this year, and if there are people, in the den that do pray, please pray for me, because I'm really mad. I'm mad at God right now. losing my mom in September, I have not been the same, and I'm mad at him because I just don't understand. I've been at work all weekend, and I'll work tomorrow too, and all these people, they have their moms and dads and stuff, and that's all they're talking about is dealing with their family. And I'm at that stage where I'm just so pissed off. It's not fair. Like, I spent the whole year taking care of my mom on hospice, and my mom was only 66, and then she turned 67, and then she died, and I feel like, why did God have to take her so soon? I mean, she wasn't even, I don't, and then I blame myself because I'm like, how can I be a nurse and not be able to, like, detect some of the signs of some of the things that was going on with her? It's like, but then I'm, like, really mad at God, and I'm just not in the Christmas spirit at all. Like, I'm just really, really, really pissed off. Because I want my mom back.
And I understand. I definitely understand. You consider yourself a very religious person, Miss Misty?
I mean, I do, but right now I'm just mad at God because I want my mom.
I'm gonna tell you a little story, and a lot of people have known about it. I talk about a lot of things. Prior to the relationship that I was in, the woman I was with, she got real sick. She ended up having cancer and passing away. And there was a lot of things going on in my life that were terrible. And I was with her for quite some time. And I understand your pain because I felt the exact same way. And I was never really a super religious person, but I had this beef. Like, she was a better person than I was. I was a terrible person. And I guess just depends on how you look at it. But she was a much better person than I was. I had a best friend. He passed away when we were about 20. Well, I was 25. He was 24. Right before my birthday. And so the same way. And so it's like, as I lost a lot of people, I lost a sister too. And so these things built up. And so I know exactly what you're feeling. I know my sister was a very religious person and she passed away. So I get it. But my only advice to you is, there are certain things that happen that are uncontrollable. And if you have this relationship with God, don't let those things ruin that relationship. Don't take it personal. But look at it as, hey, more so pray for the strength to deal with it, to understand, to comprehend why. Don't take it as a personal attack on you. Don't take it as like it was directed to harm you or to make you feel a particular way or unstable. If anything, it should strengthen that bond. It should, as far as helping you develop and make you stronger. But I understand because I felt like that for several years. And be honest, it was maybe just recently having some conversations in the den that started to change my thoughts about certain things. Because I was like, fuck all that shit. Like, how, have I lost all the people who were, anytime I've gotten close to somebody or I have a close relationship with somebody, it seems like that I lose them. And so I got to that point where I felt exactly like you feel. I felt mad. And there was a song, I don't know if you're familiar with Kevin Gates, but it was I'll go to war with God for you, baby. And I played that song a lot because I was angry. I was a very angry person. But we've talked about being upset. We've talked about hate. We've talked about how, and I'm not saying that you hate God or anything like that, but if you have that relationship and you've developed that relationship and you believe in the power that God brings into your life or whatever your thoughts may be, don't let your thoughts ruin that because of a situation that a lot of people have to deal with. And I'm not saying that your situation isn't special, but it's just you're gonna have to learn the way, to kind of overcome it, deal with it, and develop strength from it. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not gonna say, we'll just get over it. That's not what I'm saying. It's going to be a tough situation. It's gonna be something that you're gonna deal with for some time until you find your comfort zone with it. So this is not to be dismissive of your situation, but don't let that losing that relationship with your mom also allow you to lose whatever personal relationship you feel that you have with God because you're upset about what happened. And then don't blame yourself, being in the medical profession and not realizing, or seeing something that took place. Don't put blame on yourself. That's also another problem that I put a lot of things on myself, so I know how that feels.
I think a lot of things like, like wondering like, what did you miss or what did you not see or why didn't you see that she was sick with pneumonia the week before or like, just stuff that, I mean, she went to the doctor like 3 times that week before that she went, before she got really sick and went to ICU, and everything. And so, like, I know reality, that, you know what I mean? Like, I know, but it's just those feelings, they jump up in there, and of course, I'm a very, like, I know I may not seem like it in the den, but I'm a pretty stable person. I'm not, suicidal or anything like that. I mean, I love my son, as you guys know. So I would never want my son to ever feel like until the day my life is over, I don't want my son to ever have to feel, like I felt with the loss of my mom. So I have so much to, work toward and go on for. And, I'm really thankful for the den because, believe it or not, I told you I found the den one night just looking online, just looking in the YouTube, and it was a night that I was having a hard time, and I just couldn't quit laughing. I laughed the whole time, and I was like, wow. So, I don't get to make it every time, but that was my confession. I just wanted to say, that I'm still, the Christmas thing, I'm just not really into it this year, not that I really ever was a big, I'm like you said, maybe go somewhere to eat, hang out with whatever, do it for your kid or something like that, but I wasn't like really big into it either, just because, kind of a split household. I mean, my husband was, like I said, raised, that way, and he never celebrated it, so he never really saw a real reason to, and we weren't like super tough into it, so, it was just, and so now Trey's grown, but anyway. But thank you for letting me, call in and just say that. I mean, it feels good just to be able to just say, hey, I get mad sometimes,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, when she brought that up, I was like, yeah, I mean, sometimes that's like Miss Bell said, it's not that you're, I guess, using it for an excuse. It's just sometimes you just kind of don't really feel up to it or whatever, you just kind of still feel sort of blah, or whatever. So anyway, but I thank you for sharing your story because I did not know that about you, and that makes you a Honcho.
No, I mean, hey, we all got to keep pushing forward. Again, like I say, the den, and I agree with you. The den is a great place, not because it's my channel. These people have helped me do a lot of things, each and every one of y'all, and so that's why I think I enjoy the den so much because there's just certain things we talk about, and it's good to hear people that have had relatable stories, have had similar situations, and I think that from time to time, depending on the situation, we can lean on one another and just, it helps us deal with our day to day. And so that's why I feel like the den, as much as we do have toxic behaviors, as much as we do talk a lot of shit, but I think overall there is good in everybody, and we just, it's a good community,
Except for Heidi, there's no good in Heidi.
That's true.
She's a terrible person, you
She's
said.
a terrible person. I mean, the worst of the worst.
Yes, a terrible person. But other than that, I usually get lots of laughs out of it, so it really helps. And so thank you for letting me call in tonight, and I'll talk with you later.
All right, Miss Misty, I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. See, that is interesting. So a lot of people seem to have lost people this year. That is for Beyonce. What's the motherfucking deal? Miss K Grace, I apologize that I missed you. I would never do such a thing deliberately. So what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, man. Like I say, losses are tough, and I mean these are things that never get easier. They just don't. And to me, I was speaking to somebody the other day. It's just focus on the good memories. Don't focus. Try not to focus on the loss. Them not being here, it's not going to change. But if you try to focus on all the good and you understand why that loss means so much, focus on those good memories that made that person so special to you. And again, so I'm sorry for everybody who has. I'm sorry for everybody who has lost someone this year, and I apologize, and I hope that you can find the strength to, carry forward and make those people happy. And that's kind of the way I try to look at things. If these people cared about you and loved you the same way you loved and cared about these people, your ultimate goal is to live a life that they would have said, hey, you know what? You did good, or you did well, or you made me proud, or something of that, that along that line. So I think you got to use it as motivation in whatever situation you may be. I saw Big M saying something about tamales, right? Do not buy Big M's illegal tamales. He uses illegal products, illegal chile, and he will poison you because he hates everybody. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, it's Rashida.
Hello, Rashida.
Just call me to break because I'm about to steal motherfucking Christmas.
Oh, Lord. So what's the story about it? Are you in the holiday spirit?
Oh, no, not really. Not really, but it is what it is.
Okay. Why not really?
I don't know. It's just been I don't know. This year just been saturated with bullshit. I don't know. I wouldn't say like it's been depressing. I wouldn't say nothing like that. It's just been a lot. Anyway, I ain't never really been to Christmas. It's been more about the kids, celebrating for the kids, and that's pretty much how we do it in my family.
So when you do the
I
Christmas
think
thing,
Bill said something about the lit tree or something, and it's funny because that's exactly what we got. We got a little old tree over the fireplace. The big tree we normally have, nah. I just didn't feel like it.
Okay. So when y'all do the Christmas thing, do y'all two generally tend to come together as a family? Or y'all kind of independent doing your own? Okay, it's a family thing. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
everybody pretty much do that.
That's what's happening. That's always a good thing.
And the freeloader.
Oh, family and freeloaders. What a beautiful thing. You gotta love the freeloaders too. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have nobody to talk about.
I guess.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? You owe me some pistachios because I've been trying to call in for the past couple of days and I ain't been able to get through.
I'll eat some pistachios because of your inability to access the deadline, is what you're saying.
And then I didn't ever get my birthday pistachios either. My birthday was in September.
This is a throwback birthday pistachio. Whew. I gotta check the records on this stuff. I mean, this is interesting. Okay. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, but right now I don't know why the fucking bot been tripping, and like I said, I don't know why. Like they said they're supposed to be fixing it on their end. Excuse me, the bot company or the bot people program that I use said they supposed to be trying to get it resolved. It's going on for a few days now, but I do have all of the early bird. I don't know what that noise is. What is that sound? I do. I have everybody's records that have been early, and so I got y'all, man. I got y'all as far as whenever it gets fixed, everybody will get all the pistachios. You know what? I'll double all of the early bird pistachios for everyone who's due. So for all of you who are here, I will make sure that y'all get that and then. So I think that's fair.
Sarah said you forgot her birthday pistachios too. If you forgot your birthday pistachios, put a 1 in the chat.
What? Well, today is Sarah's birthday, so I can't implement them. So technically, I haven't forgotten. I just don't have the ability to access them. But I got a little note about Miss Sarah's name. And yes, for those of you who don't know, it is Miss Just Sarah's birthday today, and so make sure everybody shouts
happy
out.
Birthday, Sarah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to get the call. I'm trying to go international and extraterrestrial. But okay. So the holiday spirit.
What kind of Jackie Wi-Fi you got now? I mean, shit just fucking up.
Look,
I don't know what.
I'm just looking. I'm gonna be waiting. You can send it MoneyGram if you want to pay it. But I don't know what's going on with it. They just came out here. What, Friday?
You said you was gonna come get it.
Oh, okay. Well, I decided that it's cold out here in Texas, so I'm assuming it's even colder in Chicago.
Just put on the coat. Just put on the coat.
See,
You know,
I was
I'm
just
naked and put on the coat.
see now it'd be like what was that R. Kelly, the strip for you, put on the coat and all that shit he was talking about. Now I can't do all that. The breeze gets
If
up
you
under.
just explain to you, don't worry about it.
But I don't know what it is. Like I said, 'cause they just came out here Friday and they, went and dug and all in the wall in the attic and shit because they couldn't find the little thing and it was right there. It was actually my fault they couldn't find it, but we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, they put in some new wiring, make sure they swapped out the splitter, they did all that shit, and it's still giving me flack. And like I said, everything else is the same. My settings have been pretty much the same. I've tried a couple of different things. I've used 2 different programs and still give me issues. So I don't know why the internet is giving me this flack, but it is. So we'll figure it out one way or the other. I don't know.
I gotta go drink my eggnog.
Egg? Oh, whoa. What kind of eggnog do you got? Is this eggnog laced?
No, I ain't got nothing to lace with it. I wish I did make it some coquito. Coquito, something like that.
What is that? Tell me what about that? What is that? What is that going on?
That's just where you put I think shit. I don't know. It's like some kind of Spanish thing. You put some
Hennessy.
kind of mixing. I don't forget.
It's Hennessy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is one holiday tradition? You're not in the holiday spirit. What is the one holiday tradition that you do keep?
One holiday tradition that I do keep. I don't know. I don't really think we have no holiday traditions. We just pretty much just open gifts on the holiday and have dinner, and that's about it. If it's a game, I'm gonna watch the game.
Speaking.
Like a lot of times, the games used to come on Christmas. Christmas.
Speaking of games, how about them Bears?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that. What happened?
No, they took a L just recently.
Y'all net. Why you want to talk and so dirt?
I mean, we going to the
Did I
playoffs.
say anything about your team?
Yeah, you can't say.
Did I come on here bothering you about your team?
Nah, you be in the sauce. You be in the sauce doing it. You be in the sauce trying to hate on the Texans. I'm the only person in the sauce that can hate on the Texans. You got to be a Texans fan to hate on the Texans. You can't be coming from outside hating. We only allow it's like your own
Man, I
family.
ain't been in the sauce in a minute since y'all petty ass don't tan me out for nothing.
I'm sure it was something. I'm sure that there was a legitimate reason that the moderators in the sauce found to exclude you from the conversation.
I wasn't gonna stay in there but a minute anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, what else is on your mind, Miss Rashida?
For Donald Trump. That's about it. Really.
We gonna have. You know what? I've realized something. We gonna sometime this week. Maybe I got to see what all I got scheduled for this week. We gonna have a Trump conversation. I got some questions, and then we gonna dive deep into this whole Trump thing.
But you know what? He ain't gonna get a piece. I don't understand what people so happy for.
He's technically not impeached now.
The next step is to the Republicans. He got that vote.
But the thing is,
tell by the way they vote. You know what? A lot of people just watch the trial thing. I was watching it, and you know how the people get up and speak and tell why they voted, and a lot of them didn't believe the evidence.
Correct.
They talking about, the Democrats on a witch hunt and, all this other bullshit. So if they think like that, imagine what the other ones think.
Correct.
Ain't no way in hell they're gonna get most of the votes there.
I mean, she hasn't even submitted the articles of impeachment. So technically, because the impeachment is a process, it's not just not just the vote. So until she submits that to the Senate, I mean, it's non-existent. So he's not even technically impeached right now.
They want to shoot off fireworks and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Celebrating and want to have barbecues and shit. Stop it.
They're gonna be mad when they realize they wasted all that money for nothing.
Exactly.
They'll be like, how is he still president? How did that happen? Okay. Okay. All right.
Too late anyway. Just don't vote for him in 2020. Shit.
Y'all better vote for him. Otherwise, they're gonna be putting
you ain't gonna even vote for him.
I'm gonna vote for him. I'm gonna vote this election season. I'm gonna be out there campaigning for Trump. You know, I'm gonna say, if you don't vote for Trump, they're gonna put all the little black boys in dresses.
Oh, that shit pissed me off right there. Oh my God! I saw that picture. I was like, what the fuck? Because how dare you? They had a white princess and then they had a little black boy. How that happen?
All the little boys was black.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, who started the one to push the gays in? The white people. So why the little boy wasn't white?
Well, there's a particular party that encourages a lot of that stuff, and
don't use our people to push your damn agenda. And I don't give a fuck who mad. If you mad, you mad.
Tough. Okay.
And how dare his parents allow that kind of shit too?
So
they're trying to use him because he little cute boy. He don't know what the hell going on.
So
now all of a sudden, Charlize Theron want to come out talking about what it's like to raise a transgender child. She did that shit to him. She went all the way to Africa to get him to turn him to a transgender.
But here's the thing: what's super funny, what I find very amazing is I think transgender makes up 1/2 of 1% of the population, right? So 0.5% of the population. Don't you find it really odd how almost everyone in Hollywood is a very small group of elitist people, but yet there's so many trans children in Hollywood. D. Wade now calling his son she and all that. The Charlize Theron, there's a couple other ones. Like how is there so many? Going crazy.
Remember when we talked about this a long time ago, and I told you transgender was becoming a trend, and that was going to be dangerous. See, it's become like everybody wants one now. It's like they're not even really kids anymore. They just like almost like exhibits almost. Like look at me. I got a transgender. Like that's not right. They shouldn't even. To me, that's a form of child abuse.
Okay.
Because how dare you allow your child to decide their sexuality at 6 years old and they can't do nothing else that adults can do? But one of the biggest decisions in their life, you allow them to make as children. That has no kind of sense at all. I say lock all their ass up.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, that is interesting. But yeah, like I said,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give no fuck who call me transphobic, homophobic, whatever kind of phobic you want to call me. I don't care.
Well, what if I call you arachnophobic?
You can call me that because I do have a fear of those. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a bet. All right. Well, here's the deal, Miss Rashida. Normally, yeah. Because see, that's why. But that's
I get many minutes. Hey, you let people talk that damn me up. A whole hour and a half, you want to cut me off.
Many minutes, wish death upon me, but here is the deal, Miss Rashida.
What Miss Meat is? Cause this some bullshit right here.
Miss Meat, she don't want no smoke. If Miss Meat want the beef, I'd be like Miss Meat. Well, Miss Meat want the beef. If she want the beef, she can get the beef too. You and Miss Meat, I ain't afraid of neither one of y'all.
I thank you might want to rethink that.
Okay. Look, hey, I ain't got no side man sandwich yet. I want all the smoke.
It sounds like you need a side man Wi-Fi shit.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
not
oh,
damn side man.
we'll plug that up too. If you got the hookup, holler if you hear me. Uh. Okay. But yes, but I see we have a couple of other calls on hold, and so I'm trying to be fair. But here's the deal, Miss
No,
Rashid.
you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. Here's the deal, because you have been calling. I have noticed that some of the calls late in the stream. If you want to cap off today's show, if you have any other ideas and thoughts that you want to speak on, I will allow you to be the last caller, and I will give you as much time as you would like, Miss Rashida. Would that be fair? Would that be a fair deal?
Yeah, that's a bet. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. I'll be waiting on you.
Now, if I be the dozed off, don't call me.
You know, I call. Look, I ain't afraid to call nobody. Y'all know, I'll call you up. If I got the number, I'll call. But I got you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Miss Rashid, I appreciate
Now,
your
these
call.
other people that you put me, wait a minute now. These other people that you put me off the phone for better have some good calls now.
We gonna find out. If not,
Cause you kind of ruining the vibe right now.
am I killing the vibe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you killed the vibe.
That's tough.
Bye.
All right. Shout out to Miss Rashida. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Oh, what's going on, Honcho? What it do?
What's the deal, Mr. Ken? How are you this evening?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I just drunk a Sprite and I feel kind of full. But nonetheless, I'm good.
Okay.
How was your day, sir?
Good. No complaints. I mean, just another day. Nothing too special. Nothing too out of the ordinary happened. But hey, you know what? I'm thankful every day I wake up, I'm alive and have options. So, you know.
Yeah, options are really good to have.
Yes.
You know, when you don't have options, it definitely feels like you're in a box being closed in.
Yes.
From wall to wall.
Yes.
Praise God for options.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of people who don't have them, unfortunately. But look though.
Yes.
I want to touch on what Kay Gray said. Another thing, shout out to Misty. I haven't lost, people that close to me. I mean, besides my father, but I was a kid. But no one can really. What I've learned from looking at people go through things like that nobody can really tell anyone how to grieve. Even if you have lost someone close to you, everyone is different. So, I just think that people just need support and not minimize their pain and compare it to themselves, Not saying anyone did that. I'm just saying in general. But yeah, I want to touch on what Kay Gray said, and I want to talk about these motherfucking Indians and these damn Africans. They get on my fucking nerves, all right? Fucking Indians, man. Musty ass Indians who do not believe in washing under their fucking underarms. I just don't understand. Like, okay, that was a really mean thing to say, but so I'm doing like a special for people around the neighborhood, family photo shoot, special. I have a lot of different things that I do, and I was going around the neighborhood in different places, asking businesses, if they allow me to post my flyer in their window or in their door. And promoting, the family special. And everybody, like the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, the white business establishments, all of them were like, yeah, sure, like, it's not hurting me at all. Why not? But the fucking Africans and the fucking Indians, like, literally 4 out of 5 said no. All the Africans said no. Like, literally all of them said no. The motherfucking African lady told me yesterday, she was like, I don't allow stuff like that because if it's not benefiting me, then, I'm like, that's the whole problem with us. Like, why should it benefit you? It's not going to hurt you by posting a flyer in your window, of your establishment, and it's like you never know what give you a fucking discount on your business photo shoot. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just never know how that connection could benefit you in the future. But it's like they just say no automatically, them and the Indians, but we patronize these people all the time, and they don't give back to the community, and we still patronize them when we welcome them in our neighborhoods, and they won't even let me post a flyer in their window. Yeah, so that's my little rant with the fucking Africans. They need to carry their ass back to fucking Africa as far as I'm concerned, because they obviously don't give a fuck about, there is no black agenda for them. They just give a fuck about braiding their fucking hair and sending money back and this, that, and the third in Africa. And, yeah, I can really give a fuck about them, honestly. But yeah, back to what Kay Grace said about the Christmas spirit. I stopped celebrating holidays about 2 years ago, because I realized that all these people are doing is just telling me when to spend money. Like, they're telling me when to tell my girlfriend or my boyfriend that I love them, and when to give them roses, and when to tell my mother Happy Mother's Day and buy stuff for her, and when to tell my father Happy Father's Day and buy stuff for him, and when to celebrate my blackness, and when to, like, eat turkey, and when to, like, spend all of your money and go in debt for fucking Christmas gifts for your badass, undeserving children. So I stopped about 2 years ago with that, and I definitely encourage everyone in my life to not give me a damn thing, nothing. If I do get anything, then I will donate it to, like, homeless, or, like the social service department who gives gifts to kids and things, so. But this is my first year not celebrating or just being in the midst of family. Like, as I told you many times, I cut off everybody in my life: mother, grandmother, grandfather, brothers, sisters, everybody. Completely cut out of my life. They don't have my phone number. I deactivated my social media. Every holiday, literally, that I go back to North Carolina, which is normally twice a year, Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's always drama with those people. Like, they're always arguing and fighting. And I'm like, why can't you guys argue and fight the week prior to me coming to North Carolina? Like, why do you guys have to, like, do these things, like, during the holiday? And it just makes your experience, it just makes the memory of every holiday, like, negative, and like, my mother, she wants to choose, like, Christmas and things like that to have, like, family meetings, and it's like every time there's a family meeting, it's always a fight with these people. Like, they don't know how to communicate with one another. They don't listen. They, like, listen to not understand, but just to, like, argue with one another. So yeah, this is my first Christmas without them. Thanksgiving was my first Thanksgiving without them, and it was absolutely peaceful. I did not feel not 1 ounce of hurt or loneliness or feel like I'm missing out on anything, because my peace overrides those relationships. I look at family now. Those are the people that we have been blessed with on a physical level, but diving deep down into spirituality, from what I feel, is uh, family is more on a more deeper level than physical per se. Um, and uh, it's it's I don't know, like every time that I went down there for holidays, I would feel like an overwhelming amount of anxiety. I realized that, talking to my therapist, I used to stutter really bad growing up. I was in speech therapy throughout elementary school, middle school, and I used to stutter like like I used to stutter that bad, and I now realize that I stutter when I'm nervous around certain people. And when I realized that fact, I began to realize that, wow, I stutter when I get around my grandmother. I stutter when I get around my mother. I stutter when I'm around these people, but when I'm outside of those people, I'm talking like I'm talking now. There is no stutterization going on. Uh, so that also contributed to my decision to back away from those people, because it's more damaging, than it is great. And I understand what people are saying about cherish your loved ones, and you never know when they're going to leave this earth and all of that. But I've honestly made peace within myself that during this time, I'm doing a year sabbatical, as I've said before, a year without all of these people in my life, a year without sex, a year without masturbation, a year without like none of that, friends, boyfriend, like everything. A year without, and some of them, like my grandparents, I've completely cut them out, like completely. And it's been a beautiful thing, and I've been so much more happier and more at peace, and I've been able to accomplish more things because I don't have their drama in my ear and constant tugging, with my heart and things. So, yeah, as far as the Christmas spirit, definitely not in it, but I do, give, to the homeless people and things like that. But I do that like year round. So that's not like just a holiday thing. I am going to volunteer at the shelter, for Christmas, at the homeless shelter with, feeding the homeless and things like that. I'm going to do that this year. And I think that's going to be a great thing. I tried to do it for Thanksgiving, but believe it or not, they actually had a cutoff limit for volunteers, and I'm like, who doesn't want volunteers? Like, who cuts off volunteers? But I guess it's New York City, and it's just so many people who wants to volunteer, I guess. But it was definitely cut off for that. But yeah, I'm 33 years old. For the person who asked, how old am I? I'm 33 years old, and out of all of those years, I've been amongst toxic people, and I've learned to fight. You know how you have a plate of food? You have your meat, your protein, you have your sides, your rice, you got your vegetables, you might have a roll here and there, and your sweet tea or something. But in my household, the main dish being served was hatred, whereas the main dish should be love, if you will. It should be trust. It should be those types of things. Um, the guy Jace Moore, my voice is deep as fuck. So if you think that I'm a woman, then you must be thinking of your fucking grandmother and your fucking mother with deep ass voices and big dicks. Okay. If you're questioning whether I'm a man or a woman, I would hope your fucking mother and your big elbowed grandmother does not sound like this. Um, so, yeah, we can definitely do the joking shit. As Honcho know, I can joke for days. But if you want to go there, we can definitely go there. As I said, I would hope that your big elbowed, ashy elbowed grandmother with roly poly olies and sagging bagging berry titties does not sound like the way that I sound. Some days my voice is light, and some days my voice is deep. It just so happens tonight my voice is deep. Yes, big, ashied elbows that has rolls inside of the elbows. There's rolls on top of rolls with the fucking elbows, okay? With the sagging, bagging, berry titties and the foreneck hanging beneath her jaw, okay? So, yeah, I would hope that that'll just shut your ass up. But yeah, yeah, Honcho, everything's definitely everything is good in the hood. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they have lotion for that, but some fucking grandmas like fucking Jay S'mores, where they need lotion, they need Vaseline, they need fucking cooking oil, they need Crisco oil to lavender up those fucking elbows for the years of fucking dirt and grime that has built up over the past decade. You know, some people don't wash their elbows, as well as some people don't wash their fucking legs and their feet. So lotion for people like Jay S'more's grandmother, they may need a little bit more. They may need the shea butter, they may need coconut oil, and they may need Crisco.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. And Brother Lee too. Brother Lee, you wanna ask the question? I hope your mama does not have a long dick hanging between her legs. I hope that her pussy is intact, you know, and I hope her voice does not sound like this. And if it does, I'm pretty sure that she has hair growing from her chest and hair underneath her triple chin. Okay. I'm sure if you're people that you know who sound like this, I'm sure they have so much more testosterone than the other shit that the women's supposed to have. God bless her soul, you know. But yeah, Honcho, praise God and everything that is within. I'm trying to behave, Kemah.
We done got into the Christmas spirit to proper hygiene, you know.
Yeah, proper hygiene. Take care of your elbows. And for Christmas gifts, Brother Lee and Jay S'more, give your mama, your grandma some Crisco oil, some coconut oil, some shea butter, and some baby oil. You put it all in one bottle and stir that shit up. Your estrogen. And make sure you give your mama them some estrogen pills and some collagen. Maybe that will help out, you know, for your deep voiced, long dick, bagging, berry grandmas and moms. And Skin So Soft. You know, Skin So Soft is a good product. I actually put that in my bathtub water. Praise God. But Demarcus, this is me, Kenneth O'Shea Fitzgerald. This is me on the mic, on the line. Yeah, collagen. Make sure you get her some fucking collagen pills. 300 milligrams times 10. Make sure you get her some collagen. That'll help her strengthen her bones and some estrogen pills to take away that hair off her chest, you know. And tell her to stop shaving with razors because I'm pretty sure she got razor bumps underneath her triple chin. You know, praise God. But yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Honcho, you got any questions for me?
No, nothing that I can speak of because, like I said, I've done something quite similar, you know, to the whole. I've cut a lot of people off, and I know that it can be a very freeing situation, and what you come to realize You know, those people who do still try to. You'll find out who gives a fuck and who doesn't give a fuck by the end of your sabbatical. The people who care will definitely make a hearty attempt to, you know, check on your well being. The people who don't give a fuck, you know, you'll see where they're staying, and you know, a decision like that allows you to see people's true colors. So I think it's a wise decision that you made there.
Oh, for sure. You know, if you're definitely right, and I'm definitely agree with that, and I'm okay with whoever isn't there. You know, I'm okay if they're there. I'm okay if they're not there, because I'm looking at life, you know, on a different playing field, and on the physical level, it's really not uh, it's really not that important to me on the physical level. What's more important to me is the things that you really can't see. You know, things that you can't see is more important to me than things that you can see. Like, you know, trust and love and hope and faith. Like those things that you can't see, you know. So yeah, grandma definitely wears fucking boxer shorts. Not even boxer briefs, boxer shorts. Okay, with the hole in the front. You know, get your grandma one of them long gowns that they sell at City Trends and Maxway and places like that. Get your grandma one of them long ass ethereal caftans, because the damn boxer shorts, her ass is too big to be fitting in some damn boxer shorts.
Damn.
And make sure you get her some new teeth, because I'm pretty sure the old teeth is rotted out. I'm pretty sure the dentures are all the way done. Get your grandma some new dentures if you really care about her rusted ass so much. You
So
know,
think about your
praise
grandma this
God,
Christmas.
glory be to God, and savage Donald Trump. I realize that you probably suffer from little dick syndrome. That's why you're a troll. Usually trolls have something really wrong with them. And I don't want to go out on a limb and say that savage Donald Trump is one of those dudes that's probably short. You're probably shorter than 5'5", and you probably suffer from little dick syndrome. And it's okay. You know, it's totally okay, because everybody can't be blessed in all different areas, you know. So I'm pretty sure one of the two reasons as to why you're a troll and why we can't see your face. So, they said that I was cut off. Yeah, I'll repeat it, savage Donald Trump. I'm pretty sure that you're one of the short people out here in life that's 5'3" and below, and who suffers from little dick syndrome. That is why you're probably a troll. You're probably single as fuck, not by choice, but by force, because no woman wants your rusted ass. On holidays, on income tax time, you can't even get a woman when you get your income tax check. So I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why you're a troll. God bless. Step your dick game up. Step your height up, you know. So I don't know too much that'll help out with that. But maybe you need to pray about it if you believe in God. Praise God. I'll send a prayer to you. No, I'm lying. Yeah, but I'm done. My rant is over. I would hope that everyone has a blessed holiday, if you guys believe in it. Misty, again, you have my heart, and if you want to talk, I send you my email. Put my email in the chat if you ever want to talk and things. Much love to everybody, even the trolls, even Jay Schmore, whatever, Brotherly, all of y'all. Check on your grandmas out here, because they probably don't got no heat in their damn house, and they probably using a kerosene heater with the red kerosene, or more than likely they might be using their oven to heat their damn house. Check on your grandma while you're trying to check on me. All right. Praise God.
Well,
I think I'm done.
All right, Mr. Ken. Well, I appreciate your call and all of the elderly elbow advice that you have shared with us this evening.
For sure. You know, grandmas are very important for the ones who are really good grandmas. Check on your grandmas and make sure that their elbows ain't scruffing up other people's sheets and shit. And make sure you cut her toenails. I'm sure them fucking toenails is thick as bricks. Okay. Yeah, I'm done. I done said I'm done 5 million times. But much love to everybody out there in the Deniverse. Much love to you, Honcho. Everybody have a good holiday. All right, peace out. I'm done. Good night.
All right, Mr. King. Appreciate the call.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Now look, the man is just giving you advice. If you go see grandma and she looking a little. Everybody want to look good these days. All the women folk putting on the caked up layers of makeup. Grandma want to look fly too. Just start with the simple things. Help her get the hair off her chest. Lotion up the ankles. Help her clip her toenails. I don't care what anybody says though. With the grandmas with the extra elbow layer, that little extra overlay of elbow. They make the best food. So I mean, look, that's who house I'm trying to go to and eat at, because that shit gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, okay. So shout out to everybody who came in. A small wave of small crew of people. Dimitri, that's my daughter, that's my partner Dimitri. That's my Russian plug. We commit Russian collusion all the time. But yeah, we definitely gonna have to do a show, because I've realized something over the last couple of days with some of the callers that we've had. We're gonna get to the root of this Trump thing and why people don't like Trump. I want to figure out the reason why people do not like. We're going to figure it out, because I've noticed a common denominator. You know what I'm saying? So we'll figure that out. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay, we still take some more calls. I mean, we got more calls. If you want to call it, if you're on hold for some reason, you may have to hang up and call back, because it's not showing up, so I apologize. So we'll go from that. But why don't you call, bro? No, matter of fact, brother, you don't call. We're gonna not take any brotherly calls, unless you have some interesting dating stories. It's been a while since you shared a dating story with us. How's your dating life going? Because that's always interesting. Because it's always good for us. Maybe not so good for you, but it's always good for us whenever you have one of your dating stories. But again, oh man, that Cliff. Oh, that was one of the greatest collection of calls. The Cliff calls. That was quite hilarious. Nah, I don't want to hear your songs. I don't want to hear your musical choices. They're terrible. Very bad stuff. Also, like I said, it is Confession Sunday. So, somebody has a confession. Irma St. Michael, what's the motherfucking deal? Someone has a confession. Okay. Now, how many Sundays? We only got one more Sunday? Next Sunday is the last Sunday of the year? What's today? 20? Yeah, I think next Sunday is the last Sunday of the year. Damn, I got a couple of things to figure out, right? Because if we're doing 30 days of Den, that means that would be right at New Year's. I gotta figure if we're gonna do some type of Den show, New Year's special. But definitely next Sunday, I guess I have to bring the pastor back. You know what I'm saying? I have to bring the pastor back to elicit these confessions from you, because obviously, I don't want to say nothing. I'd like to say, look, I know the character of some of you folks here in this Deniverse. And it's all good, though. It's all good. Well, confess, Isley, if that is your real name, which it clearly isn't. It really isn't. There's a couple of things I need to do, man. I need to, yeah, it is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is what y'all got to do, right? I mean, this is the last weeks of the decade. We'll take this call and I'll get to it in a second. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, I got a quick question for a second call.
Okay.
What the hell is up with the background? Are you like in interrogation or what?
Yeah, that's where you got to confess. Instead of the Catholic confession booth that I would normally use on confession days, I see that it's getting tougher and tougher to get confessions out of people. So now I got to start. I had to go into the interrogation room to get these confessions out of people. I got to start toughening up. So I
use the Metro.
Yeah, so
that's it. It's a Metro confessional. Mm-hmm. Ah, I see.
Yeah, so that's where I am now. So it's unfortunate. But yes, it is.
Well, I've been wanting to ask that all night, so that was just the crux of it, and I hope Rashida calls back, and I'm done.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate the call, Miss Bell.
All right, bye.
Bye. Word, is there a teddy bear on the floor? That's good. I didn't notice that. There's a camera in that teddy bear. That's what's going on back there. So here's the thing. I knew it, Ron Lisley. I knew it. I ain't gonna say nothing. But so here's the thing. This is a very important thing, right? Okay, I'll tell you after this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
This is Miss Grace.
Hey, Miss Grace. How are you doing, Miss Grace?
Good. I was just struggling. I have a hard time when I press on that donate thing because sometimes that blue light doesn't light up, and I have to keep pressing it, so I have to go the other route again.
Okay.
Listen, the holidays to me were for my kids and for neighbors. When I got this house over here, there was a nursing home across the street, so I used to go all out and decorate outside because the elderly would be sitting out there with no teeth in their mouth. You know what I mean? Like clapping their hands in their little wheelchairs. That's what you call buck-a-mork. You know, they really liked it, and my great nieces and nephews or my nieces would drive by. They'd start screaming and freaking out, look at TT's house. I mean, I would do it for Halloween, do it for Christmas. You saw what I put on Facebook with my black Fabergé Santas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I just like decorating, but I'm not the woman that I used to be that I don't decorate as much. But the other thing is, I don't go really big on spending because one thing, I don't like shopping. I like grocery shopping, but I hate malls. I hate that bullshit when I go visit people out of town and they say, let me take you and show you our new mall. I don't want to see your goddamn mall. I hate malls. You know what I mean? I start running people over. I hate when people don't travel to their right. It drives me up a wall.
Yes.
And they stop, big families, they stop in the middle and talk and bumping into each other, making you bump into them. I'm going to tell you, Honcho, I'm one of those people, when I go to the airport, if people are still looking down on their cell phones and not paying attention, and I'm walking through that airport with my the carry-on, I go bowling for people. Yes, I do. I run right by them, and I will clip their ankles. Yes, I will. Not the old ladies and not the little kids, but the other people, like the den people's age people. Yeah, I go right by them. I'll clip their goddamn and get off that goddamn phone. I'm trying to get through here and trying to get to the next gate. I don't have time to be playing around. I really don't. It's, my daughter thinks it's awful, but I can't help it. But one thing that I do that my kids have gotten, especially my daughter's gotten used to, when I pack up my Christmas things, when I pack up for next year, I'm real careful about packing, and I always sit down and I write a letter about what's going on in my life. I put the date, the time, the day, my mood, and what's going on in my life at that time. So I'll put, I just finished talking with Honcho. I called the den. Today we're talking about this. Kenneth just called in. Belle said this. The cat was just meowing. I shoot him down the stairs. This one said, I put all that. Donald Trump went to, they impeached him. And I write everything down, and I fold it up, and I put it in there. So they look forward to me unpacking because everybody wants to know what's in that letter. So it was only this year that I kept it because I said, I'm going to start collecting them. I wish I had done it in the past. So this is the first one I took it because after I'd read it, I just throw it away. But this one here I kept because I'm not getting any younger. My days are numbered. Let's face it, especially I just went to a funeral the other day. It makes you think a little bit differently. And although I value life, it makes me value it that much more. You know what I mean? But, I don't spend, I don't go broke for Christmas and things like that because society does not dictate when I show love and when I buy gifts. I do it all year long if I feel like it. I see something, I go and buy it. My daughter does the same thing. When I went to California, my son was saying, he said, my sister's so nice. And then my foster son, yeah, she is nice. And I said, well, why'd you say that, Marlon? He said, because, when I go home, she goes to the store, she'll buy some things, and she comes in and says, oh, I bought you this because I thought you would like this. I said, yeah, she is nice. She's a sweetheart. She's me, new and improved. She's a little taller. She's a little thicker. She's got the little brown. She's my vanilla wafer cookie. She's got the long, thick, heavy hair. And she's soft-spoken. She's not rough around the edges like me with this deep voice and got the street in her. She doesn't have that. So she's sweet. She's sweet. So what I do, and when my son's home, my mother always said she's spoiled. So what? I always wanted a girl. And I got my girl. She's my human Barbie doll. Yes, I go out. I will never come home without, she was crab up to the moment. She would cuss you out. She cussed out everybody. She was cussing me out. Even when she ended up in the nursing home, that was my mother. And so when she did pass, God forgive me, I kind of miss her sometimes, but there was a sense of relief. It was the weight of the world off of my shoulder because I'd have to go to work, come home, take her to the doctors, clean her house, go shopping. She'd write out the checks. I would just sign it, do my house, do her house, do this, do that. It was and she was quite demanding. And I told you that my mother, she would come right out and say it. Because I gave birth to you, you owe me. So he had, and every Saturday we kids were washing walls and cleaning Venetian blinds and all that other stuff we would like. And I said, this broad just had a bunch of kids so that she had slaves. But I said it in my head because she would put me through a wall. Because my mother always said, I'll put you through a wall. She would tell us every time I looked at a wall, I'm like, oh my God, I would just imagine my head going through that wall because she was not playing. But, my thing went blank.
Yeah, I'm catching a little bit of buffering. It looked like it came back, but it might take a second for it to jump in. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's been having some issues again as of late. It's been happening in the earlier stream that I do in the sports stream and this one a little bit too. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Let's see, make sure this signal's on.
Okay, look this. I'm sitting here trying to go all the way down. But that's about it, I guess, because I said not too many people were calling. I was going to go back to sleep. And that's right, John. John wanted to hear about how I give those goddamn panhandlers coupons instead of money. Yes, I think they do.
What?
They think they're slick down the street. Yeah, you could go through McDonald's, and when you buy something, you get the receipt. And when you do the little surveys, you can get like a free iced coffee, or you get you buy one quarter pounder with cheese and get one free.
Yes.
And so I would collect those little coupons. Even if you go and buy a coffee for $1 or something, you got a coupon to get a free burger afterwards.
Yeah.
So I would collect them. And my 2 days a week where I drop off my granddaughter at school and I pick up her and the little friend on Thursdays. The little girls, I make them do the gardening. Her little friend likes that. First, my granddaughter, oh, Grammy, that's so embarrassing. But her friends dig that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To my granddaughter, I was put on the stuff to embarrass her and sing in public and all that other foolishness. But anyway, so I would give them like half of my the receipts, and I said, okay, Sydney, you do 5 of the surveys. Nola, you do the other 5. They do the surveys, and then when I go down the street, because those panhandlers think they're slick, I see them out there eating sub sandwiches and holding up the sign that says starving right afterwards and all that. So I go right by there, stop at the red light, and I hand them that little coupon. I said, see right there, because I see you just got $1. You can go right over there, because McDonald's is right there. You can buy one burger, you know what I mean, and you get another one for free. Oh, yes, I did. They say, God bless you, because that, yeah, I don't mind being nice to people because I'm a giver, but I'm nobody's fool.
Yes. That's a great idea.
Yep, I give them coupons. Oh, yes, I do. Or sometimes I'd go get one burger, you know what I mean, and get one free, and it would be a bag, and then just give it to them. But yep, I've given them coupons. Everybody thinks that's so funny. Oh, yes, I do. I'm frugal.
That's a great idea. I might have to start trying that. I need to start keeping these receipts.
That's right. If they have it for the burger or the free iced coffee or something like that, you do the little survey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you take it through and you get your freebie and you give the panhandlers some coupons. It teaches them to be smart consumers. Since we have to be consumers, we may as well be smart ones. That's right. So that's my story, John, New York. Yeah, the other day I was talking to John, New York, and he said something. He saw my daughter on here, and he said, I saw Avatar. And I was confused. I'm like, my daughter doesn't have an Avatar picture like that movie, The Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have that on there. So then he types back to me in the chat. He said, yeah, I saw her with the sunglasses. And I said, yeah, she has on sunglasses, but she doesn't have a picture of Avatar.
No.
So I told my daughter today, my daughter goes, oh, goodness, Mommy. An avatar means a profile picture. I said, well, why the hell he didn't say that? How am I supposed to know?
I forgot, because it used to be a particular service, too, that used to use that term, specifically avatar. And I forgot what it was. It seemed like it was kind of early 2000-ish that used to use it specifically. But yeah, that's funny.
Well, Dawn of New York, and even one time Big M had to correct me on something. He's like, oh, boy, Miss Grace, because I don't know those things. My name is Miss Low Tech. So when you talk to me, you speak in good old-fashioned layman's terms. I'm just learning this stuff. Okay, don't be talking about no goddamn avatar. It's a profile picture. To me, it's a profile. I used to say it's a little thingy or the little cartoony. If I talk about the den, I'm like, okay, is this a show? Is this a podcast? Is this what they call a podcast? It's something like that. That's what I say.
Yeah, I think a lot of these terms have gotten real interchangeable because, a lot of people refer to it as a podcast. When I think of podcast, I think of the audio only type format. But then some people, look at this with it being a daily thing or a frequent thing. They look at it as a podcast. I look at it as just, I guess, a live show. I don't know. I mean, I guess whatever term works best for people. But I think a lot of it is interchangeable at this point.
Okay, I just don't want to make myself seem like a fool because my daughter was like, oh, goodness, Mommy. Oh, but I told my granddaughter, oh, my God, she put her hand on her forehead like, oh, God, Grammy. Like you were on just embarrassing us once again.
Hey, at least you're making a good effort to figure it out. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I am. But I'm going to finish listening and things, but I'm going to go back the other route that I do you, okay?
Okay. Well,
okay,
Ms.
I'll
Grace,
see ya. I love my Den family, though, I'll tell you that.
We love Miss Grace, and it's good to hear from you. And
okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good evening, Miss Grace. I love talking to Miss Grace. I do. Thunderbolt, appreciate the love. Even the puppy attack. It was tough to, the puppies made my anxiety rise. It was tough to deal with, but I made it through it. It's not every day that you survive a vicious animal attack of such a violent nature. But let's see. Where are we at? So interesting. That was very interesting about the first couple of months thing. But I think what I've noticed it seems like with grandparents that the grandchildren get more love than the children eventually, and it's just like
dollar bills, y'all.
Oh, goddamn it, Yosemite Honcho Sam, who wants to draw a quick draw, McHoncho. Bang, bang. Well, it's a rootin', tootin', vegetable shooting, bad and bougie. What's the motherfucking deal? What's going on? Holler out, shout out to everybody in the chat. And I want all the smoke. Bang, bang. If you got a problem with it, well, we can shoot it out. And if you goddamn wanna go quick draw, well, we can get it in, brother. Hey, I ain't never been scared. I ain't never been afraid. And I've been shooting these 6-shooters here for quite some time. And now you give me a little bit of whiskey, ladies, we can get frisky. And fellas, if you got a problem, well, I got a couple of problem solvers on me right here. So hey, whatever you want to do, we can handle this. And it's not a problem that you won't. All right.
Brian Roscoe donated $30. A little secret about women, guys. You can lick it and you can stroke it. But you haven't done a doggone thing until you stand up it.
Mr. Roscoe, appreciate the love. 335, appreciate the love. Until you stand up in it. Hey man, look, hey, you know what? Hey, I might have to agree with you. Sometimes you gotta do a little something strange to that thing. You know what I'm saying? Bah humbug, Rashida Reed. The Grinch has stolen the dead Christmas. Appreciate the love, Miss Rashida. You gotta stand up in that thing. Well, see, that's why I don't believe in the power of the snapper, because you got to learn, if ain't nobody ever stood up in that thing, you ain't never had it right. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand up in that thing.
Reshettery donated $10 through Super Chat. Bah humbug.
You ain't never had nobody stand up in that thing, Shelly Short. That's tough, man. That's tough. So here's the thing, right? This is the important thing I was telling y'all about. So make sure that's not doing that. So with this being Christmas time and all, and then this is a special time in a lot of our lives. We're transitioning. It's fortunate that we're able to be here, transitioning from the 2010s to the 2020s. This is a one-time event. The yearly thing happens, but the changing of a decade is always special. It signifies a new time in our lives. It signifies, the future is here, and the beautiful things that could happen going forward. I mean, it may be terrible stuff. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, right? But let me take this call, and then I will continue finishing what I was saying. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, this is Daniel.
Daniel, what's going on, Daniel?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Oh man, just holding it down in the den, Mr. Daniel. What's on your mind this evening, Mr. Daniel?
I must confess, Lord, oh Lord, I have not been faithful to my man Cliff.
No, I didn't want to hear it. I knew you were going to say it, Daniel, and I'm very disappointed. What is going on with you and Cliff?
Well, it's not entirely my fault. We kind of steadily drifted apart over the college year. It was a very long and arduous year, and sometimes, when you're in a party and the drinks are flying and the lights are dim, lots of things can happen, and you just don't know until it's too late.
The drinks can get strong and things can go wrong. But at the end of the day, you don't want it to be a sad song. So, I mean, what happened? You partied too hard and made some bad decisions is what you're telling me.
Yeah, 6 shots of Patron later, and man, I feel like it's like one of those weird movies where you see the main character black out and then they wake up somewhere. You don't know how it happened, but you're there. For me, it's like you can vaguely remember what happened. Like you remember grabbing somebody's hand, you remember walking away, you remember ending up at their place, but everything in between is a blur. No matter how good it was, or no matter how much you enjoyed it, you can't remember it for the life of you. And then you're just sitting there and you gotta let it all sink in that this just happened.
Yeah.
That you just unofficially broke things off when you were already not sure about whether or not things were going to last.
Yeah, I've had a night or two like that myself, and it's tough. And when you're trying to piece the picture back together, it can take some time if you get to piece it back together at all. So, have you spoken to Cliff about this?
We have, and we we decided to come to the den where it all kind of began, so to speak. He's going to wait on the other line for a bit. I'm going to talk to you for a few, and I don't know if it's okay with you, but we're going to have him call in later if that's all right.
I mean, I would definitely love to hear from Cliff, and and then we can hopefully we can get some resolution going with this thing.
Absolutely. You gave us some amazing advice before, and I'm just hoping that you can work your magic like that again.
Yeah,
hopefully bridge that gap once more so that we can be in it for the long haul this time.
Hey man, call me the wizard. I got the magic.
Oh, well that I like to hear.
So how long ago was this that this event took place?
About 6 months, I'd say. Still the summertime. We were a little bit into second semester of my freshman year.
Okay. So, has this been a thing that even when you were sober that you feared possibly happening? Have there ever been second thoughts, about the situation?
Yeah, I had those second thoughts, but I just didn't want to acknowledge them. That's the thing. When the drinks start flowing, that's when you start to really acknowledge what's deep down inside, and you don't know what's happening until it's already out there.
Correct.
Which is sort of the magic of the old liquor drink, but it's also the downfall of many.
Yes. The alcohol makes you honest, and sometimes, even though they say honesty is the best policy, it might not always be. Sometimes there needs to be a bit of restraint in that situation. So alcohol might not always be the best situation to get that honesty out in. But hey, it does good, it does bad, and and like I said, but we'll figure these things out, man. Like I said, we're going to make sure this whole situation is resolved. We're going to make sure this whole situation comes to a positive resolution, man. Because I think
absolutely, that sounds wonderful.
You and Cliff are great guys, and I just want I want the best of the world to work out for you guys, man.
Yeah, I want the best for us as well, and I hope that you can help come to that resolution with us.
Yes, we will resolve this. We need a resolution like Aaliyah.
So what do you think is the best first step? Because he's listening to the stream right now. So what do you think is the best first step for us to take on this journey to be able to mend the gap that I've created with my distance?
So with this alcoholic exhibition that you went on, is this person, are you still familiar with this person? Have you kept in contact with this person, or is it just kind of a vague unknown? I mean, where are you at in that area of the of the situation?
Oh man, I gotta say, that was a one-night stand. I never really talked to them again.
Okay.
It just kind of felt like a situation where I kind of had to pick up everything and run for a little bit, stay low, avoid eye contact at all means necessary.
Oh, okay. All right, one night stand. That makes it. So, I mean, were you sure that all the proper precautions were taken in this one night event?
Oh, absolutely. Even drunk me is not a fool.
Okay. That's what's most important. So, when you informed Cliff of this situation, how did he respond initially?
He didn't have much of a response at first. He seemed a little bit, he had a bit of disbelief in him. He wasn't sure this was happening. He needed to take a moment. We didn't really speak for a few days after that. And then we kind of sat down. We had a heart-to-heart for a little bit. And we decided it was best to make it official, that we needed to break it off for a little bit. And now, ever since then, we've come back around to it. We've both said, hey, maybe this can still work, but maybe we need a little bit of lubricant, so to speak, and that's why we came to you once more, so that we can have that lubricant, so to speak.
Okay. Well, hey,
I know there's a more kind word for you, but I can't really think of anything other than
hey, I mean,
lubricant.
you got to make sure things you don't want to have any friction. You want things to be as smooth as possible. So I understand. Well, I think the first step is knowing that both of you guys want to make this thing work, right? And so, we want to make sure that we get this thing operating as efficiently as possible. And, we get over the bad news. Now, how would you feel personally? I don't know how you feel about the eye for an eye thing, but what if Cliff was to go out and have a similar situation? Do you think it would be fair for him to, have the same opportunity? Or do you think that would just cause a further rift in the situation?
Well, I feel like it could go either way with that, really. It could do both at the same time. Like, it's fair. Yes, I was the one that did it first. So, obviously, there needs to be some kind of reciprocity to that.
Yes.
So, I can see why it would be okay for him to do that. But on the other hand, that could also, what if he catches feelings for this person? What if I get super jealous and then things go absolutely off the rails and it's absolutely unsalvageable? And I don't know what I'd be able to do then.
Okay. And so if these things were to get resolved, I mean, do you feel like you yourself, can you avoid these outings, these venues where the alcohol is flowing and things get going? Or, I mean, can you start, making sure at least Cliff is with you in the vicinity? Or what are you willing to give up the nighttime alcoholic outings?
Absolutely, so long as he's willing to give up the cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh yeah.
So
I've partaken.
Okay, so is the cocaine, do you think, is that a problem? Is that something that's disturbed you? Or, is it okay to party a little bit? Does he have a serious problem with the powder? I mean, what's really going on with the cocaine?
Oh, it's nothing too great that I want to get into detail with before he comes on. I don't want to make any giant assumptions before he's able to give his piece on this one. So I want to turn you over to him pretty soon here. Okay. He's messaging me saying that he wants to come on real quick.
Okay. Well, hey, we'll tell him. Let's make this happen. Let's get Cliff's side of the story.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll hang up now and we'll get him on the line.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So we will wait to hear from Cliff. And it's been a minute since we've heard from Cliff and Daniel. And, the last time they called in and it was great to hear from both those gentlemen. And so, like I said, hopefully we'll hear from Mr. Cliff here shortly. And, we will proceed with this. And, the Den folk, we want to know your thoughts. And if you missed the last time Cliff and Daniel called, well, you missed a very special event in the Den. I think we as the Den folk did a very good thing, right? Did a very good thing. What you mean, Rashid? It absolutely was. Absolutely. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we got calling into the Den this evening?
Hey, Honcho. It's Cliff.
Cliff, my good man. How have you been, Cliff?
I've been better. I just saw that ridiculous speech by Daniel.
Yes.
About my cocaine use and how we are still a thing.
So this is not true? So was Daniel lying?
Oh, no, absolutely not true. He's a bastard who is a cheater. I don't trust that. There's no chance that we can make it work. I don't know what sort of deluded mindset he possesses, but I just want to say, not for me, man. I'll stick to being celibate forever now.
Forever? Okay. I mean, that's a tough.
At least next week.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say because it's a tough thing to do to be celibate for quite some time. I mean, you have to really have higher cause going there. It's tough to do just out of anger. So I mean, kind of, how did Daniel break the news to you about his infidelity, if you will?
Well, just like he does everything else, he was drunk and told me, which was not a great way to go about things.
No.
I was pretty shocked when the news came, but I've tried moving on, and he continues to pester me and try and get into my personal life. So I don't know.
So you're saying that Daniel has a problem with the alcohol and also the drug usage?
Well, I think that he's really projecting when he says I have a cocaine problem. I do not have a cocaine problem. I have a cocaine solution. And I think that I think Daniel is if he's not already, then he's going to become an alcoholic. Yes. I mean, there wasn't a day that we hung out or went on a date where he wouldn't get plastered. It's really bad, and I was trying to help him, but he would not acknowledge that he had an issue.
Okay.
I put my trust in him, and he really dumped that one down the drain.
Okay. So, I mean, do you think initially that since you guys first met, that you felt maybe sorry for him? Was there like empathy that maybe, hey, I could help this guy turn around his alcohol addiction, or maybe he doesn't realize, maybe I could be the one to enlighten him? Was there that kind of thing going on?
Well, when we were together, I did put him in the doghouse, and I had a stern talking with him, and we worked some things out, and I was going to help him, but I guess that he values alcohol over our relationship and over the relationships with his fellow friends and peers, which is very sad. And I've tried helping him, but there's only so much you can do before you got to help yourself.
Correct. So, when you heard the news and you kind of decided to move on, what did you entertain any other company, if you will, or were you just kind of to yourself, and then he just saw that maybe you could have been vulnerable and he tried to get back in? Like, what was going on in your world after you guys had that small hiatus?
Well, I was in the doghouse for a while. I was pretty down in the dumps. Not a lot of people were slinging me bones because, word spreads, and I guess Daniel thought it necessary to make it sound like it was my fault that we broke up and that he cheated on me, which is completely ridiculous, in my opinion.
Yes.
I know he's listening to this, but I don't care. In my life, I tried to be the bigger man, as you've seen, the bigger dog, and just try to be better than Daniel was to me.
I understand. And would you say that Daniel's a very manipulative individual?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I say, would you say that Daniel is a very manipulative individual?
I would say so. He got me to come on to this line for advice initially, and I thought maybe he was actually a good dude and someone I could really connect with, I could vibe with, but turns out he's just a real son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean that sounds terrible, and I'm just listening to the difference in the conversation that I just had with Daniel and what you're saying, and I'm seeing how the people in the chat are speaking, and I think the people are on your side, Cliff, and I think the people feel like Daniel may be I think that people feel like Daniel may be a manipulator, and that's unfortunate. If you had anything that you could say openly to Daniel that you may not have said, and you know that he's listening, what would be that thing? What would it be that you would tell him?
I'd tell him to stay out of my life and leave me alone, please. I've had enough. And also, Honcho, regardless of the situation and the outcomes of what Daniel and I have done, I just wanted to say thank you. You're a good man.
Yes. you yourself, Mr. Cliff. Hey, like I said, I appreciate you guys. I hadn't heard from you guys in a while, and it's good to know, even though things aren't going smoothly, that there may be a little tumultuous situation in your current relationship. It's good to know that both of you are alive, well, and healthy. So, I mean, you have that, and we will figure out a way to come to a amicable resolution to this problem, one way or another, whether it works or whether it doesn't. And it seems like you guys kind of want to go in two different directions. You seem like you're tired of the bullshit. Daniel seems like he's trying to make up for something that he did. Do you feel like he deserves forgiveness?
Well, I don't know. It's a complicated situation, and I honestly I just don't want anything more to do with him or the whole thing. I'm planning on switching schools, and also I just wanted to give a big tip to the audience. Before you start copulating with somebody, make sure they don't have any venereal diseases they can give you.
Oh. So you say it's a dirty Daniel?
He's a bit of a dirty Daniel.
So I wanted to ask, when I inquired about him, I asked if he used, the proper precautions. He told me yes. So is Daniel also a liar? Is this what's going on?
Well, I don't think I don't know what he thinks proper etiquette is for protection during sex, but when you are having not heterosexual sex, pulling out does not help anything.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't think that. That's a terrible thing to think about, but I don't think it changes the game either way. Yeah, when it's when there's no risk of procreation, I don't think that changes the game one way or the other. So that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Well, here's the thing. Are you ready to have I won't say face to face, but a phone to phone conversation with Daniel? I mean, are you guys ready to discuss this? On the line at the same time?
I think so. Yeah, okay. I think we could do that.
Okay. Well, this is what I can do. I think I have Daniel's number in the call history. I can dial him up, and we can have this. We can have this conversation on three-way, and we can all talk, and we can have this discussion.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that would be something. I'm not sure.
It's no problem. Give me just one moment, and let's see what we can do here. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have it right here. Give me one moment. You didn't, folk. I'm going to put you guys on mute while I work this. Give me just 1 second, Mr. Cliff, and. Let's see where we at. Where are we at? Are we back? All right. Let me see where we are. Let me see where we are. It's was a little bit of a hiccup there. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why we're just getting these crazy lapses in the internet. And the thing is, it's just with the stream, because none of the other stuff that I have, via the internet, it's not like I got a whole bunch of shit connected. But even the phone line and stuff would cut out if it wasn't catching a proper signal, but for some reason it didn't. We tried to call Mr. Daniel. I put it on mute to try to call Mr. Daniel. AB, what's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Daniel did not want to answer. I think he is upset about some of the things that may have been said, and it's unfortunate. But one, it's good to hear from Cliff and Daniel, to know that both of these gentlemen are okay, it's been a while since we've heard from them. And, I just want to know that it's just good to know that they're all right. As far as everything else, it is a little about that time, but I did promise. Hold on 1 second. We have a call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling into the den this evening?
What the fuck is going on now? What the fuck is going on? Y'all can kiss my black ass. What the fuck is going on in this motherfucker? I feel like I'm in the motherfucking Twilight Zone.
Not the Twilight Zone, man. What's going on, Mr.
This
Kid?
is the motherfucking Twilight Zone. Are these the same people? Yo, I really feel like everybody done disappeared and then new people done came on to this motherfucker. Because these ain't the same people that I've been dealing with since the beginning. These gay-ass motherfuckers up there talking about venereal diseases and all this shit, and I ain't seen not one fucking joke. I ain't seen not one nothing, no bashing them, not nothing. You hear me? And y'all motherfuckers acting all politically correct for these white ass motherfucking couples. But when my ass came on, y'all acting like y'all so surprised that a gay motherfucker in the damn building. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all still fucking slaves. Fucking slaves. Fucking slaves, literally. There is no way that you guys are the same people that I met a few weeks ago. Because I was in my email talking to my boo, and I was just, I heard some fucking diseases and shit. Who the fuck is talking? You know what I'm saying? I scroll back through the fucking comments, and I'm seeing how everybody writing all nice shit, so politically correct. Because y'all motherfuckers still scared of master, and it's okay. It's totally okay. But my whole thing is, where are the gay jokes? Where are the gay jokes? Where are the gay jokes? I don't see them. I don't see them. That literally tells me how we always say we treat our own like shit. You hear me? Treat our own like shit. And when the white motherfuckers come on with their clear ass motherfucking skin, being fucking gay, talking about fucking diseases and shit, and now all of a sudden y'all have a heart. You have a big ass fucking heart all of a sudden. You hear me? The heart is bigger than fucking Valentine's Day fucking chocolate hearts with your fake asses. That really just pissed me off.
Well, Mr. Kid, let me explain. Cliff and Daniel is operating poorly, and so now it's back up. So I'm probably going to end it here shortly now that people can kind of hear what's going on. But yeah, it's terrible. It's real.
So
bad.
Are they a joke, or are they are they a joke, or are they real people?
They are real people, but it's there's a bit of an inside joke that goes with the entire conversation. There's a storyline more so that goes with the whole thing, and that's why I was trying to get hopefully that we could get Mr. Daniel back on the line so that some of the newer folks who may not be familiar with the story of Cliff and Daniel.
Right, but I just feel like when niggas hear motherfuckers talk, in my
trust me,
I got a fucking venereal disease. When niggas hear fucking people talking like that, they fucking hearts melt down.
If you'd have been here the first time, the first time Cliff and Daniel called in, it was not as friendly, if you will.
Inviting?
Yeah, it was definitely a different response until, the story kind of unraveled about Cliff and Daniel's relationship, and then, it kind of changed up. So, yeah.
I hear what you're saying, bro, but I was at least expecting one, at least one, because like I said, it's some motherfuckers in here that I ain't even these names in here I ain't seen before, and it's my first time seeing Cliff Baby, Clifford Huxtable, and Daniel the Dan. So this is my first time seeing these motherfuckers, and so many people in the chat is my first time seeing it as well. But yeah, bottom line. Y'all hate yourselves. I hate black people. Oh my God. And I hear people saying it's a joke. Be all that it is. It may be a joke, but even still, where are the jokes in the joke? is what I'm saying. Where's the fucking joke? Where the jokes? Where are the jokes? I would love to at least see one fucking joke. One. Just one. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. And y'all gonna keep being subservient to the fucking clear skinned people. I'm sorry. No disrespect to the white people. But your skin is clear, so it's fact. But no disrespect. But y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. And I just had to call in and say that, joke or no joke. Even if I don't care if these motherfuckers, I ain't never seen these motherfuckers on Arsenio Hall show or no type of damn SNL. I don't even know these motherfuckers jokesters. This is my first time experiencing the Clifford Huxtable and Heathcliff joking thing that's going on. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. And I mean that from the bottom of my achy, breaky heart. You hear me? Y'all ain't
Not the Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes, Billy fucking Ray Cyrus. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all gonna keep bowing down to master. Keep bowing down to their white ass. Keep bowing down to them. Your fucking heart melts. It melts like fucking M&M's. Your fucking weak ass heart. Y'all was probably the ones that when the fucking slave master got sick, y'all call y'all own self sick just 'cause slave master was sick. When the slave master house was burning down, y'all was trying to clear out the fucking fire from having it burned down, your weak ass motherfucker. Y'all ain't shit. You're fucking weak like fucking straw. Your fucking straw heart, your weak ass straw fucking heart. And I'm done. But I just had to call in and say that. Because I thought it was a fucking joke from the beginning. But as I was scrolling down, I ain't seen no fucking joke. I see a lot of politically correct shit. And then when the motherfucker mentioned fucking diseases and still no joke, like, okay. We mentioned diseases now, and y'all just and all that then, like, oh, okay, they have diseases. Oh, okay, that's fine. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all are dog shit. You're piss poor dog shit, weak ass, achy. Ooh, y'all my thing. I ain't gonna lie. You're weak as fuck. And I mean that.
Big red.
I'm about to hang up, bro. But yeah.
All right, Mr. Kid.
DMX, you get the fuck off the stage with your crackhead ass name. You get your damn ass off the stage like a fucking crackhead with your limp jaw. Carry that shit on. I could joke on your damn ass too. Where's the profile with pictures so I can see how y'all weak asses look? Look, starting tomorrow, change your profile pictures to a fucking picture of your piss poor ass. That was Donald Trump. Post your ugly ass, small lip ass motherfucking picture. I want to see how y'all hoes look. Because y'all talk big game. Y'all see my fucking pretty ass picture. I repeat, pretty ass picture. I want to see how y'all ugly motherfuckers look. Post your fucking pictures tomorrow in a chat with your fucking piglet ass motherfucking lips. Oink, motherfucking oink. I want to see how y'all hoes look tomorrow. Now, I want to see. That's the fucking challenge that y'all need to do tomorrow. Post a fucking picture of how you look in your damn avatar and your damn profile so I can see who the fuck I'm talking to. I'm tired of talking to no-name motherfuckers because y'all weak. I want to see if the weakness matches with the way that y'all look. 9 times out of 10, you probably look like a fugly ass gremlin. More than likely, you look like a fucking gremlin. I want to see how your hoes look tomorrow. Make that a mandatory rule tomorrow, Honcho. Make sure everybody posts how they look tomorrow so we can see who we dealing with. Okay. So I can really see who the fuck I'm joking on. And I can really see if the weakness matches up with your weak ass faces. Praise God. Glory be to God.
All right, Mr. Kid.
Yeah, be for real. Yours is up. I see some of y'all is up. You know, it's Gamma's up. My boo thing is up. You know, shouts out to the people with real pictures who ain't afraid to show how they piss poor ass look. I want to see how y'all piss poor motherfuckers look tomorrow, because you probably got piss ass sheets on your bed that you ain't changed in 2 fucking weeks. I want to see it. I want to see it. And tomorrow, Nathan Miller, you can kiss my ass too on a dirty motherfucking day. You and DMX, y'all could go fuck each other. Okay, Nathan Miller and DM fucking X. Boo to the both of y'all hoes. Right. You, exactly. Much love to everybody, including the no face people. Yeah, I'm about to get off. I love you too, Beyonce. You know, I'm just real with my shit. I don't gotta hide behind no fucking keyboard and no fucking avatar. Y'all fucking geek ass motherfuckers, especially that damn Savage. Fucking geek. You're fucking geek, you guys. Okay, I'm done.
All right, Mr.
And no,
Kid.
I am not mad. I am not angry. I'm not mad. I'm just fine. Everything is good in the hood, but I just wanted to see the treatment that was given to me, given to these other people. Culture, let's come up with a new fucking name, you fucking crackhead ass. You're fucking crackhead. Y'all need to lay off these drugs, because that has to be the reason why you guys type like this. Like, lay off the fucking drugs, culture, or whatever your name is. You're like piss poor, literally. Like, you and my mama is probably crackhead together. My mama's a crackhead, and I'm pretty sure you's a fucking crackhead. Y'all be crackhead together. Praise God. Now I'm going to get off the line. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Kid.
Post your fucking pictures tomorrow, crackhead. Goodbye.
All right. All right. That'd be right at the 12:30 mark. All right, so I promised Miss Rashida if she had something else that she wanted to close out the den with, that I would let her close it out. So that'll be the next call we take if we take any more calls, and then we will get into the mixer crew, because I told Mixer Crew I'd show them some love tonight. We'd have a little mixer action, and then we'll see what happens from there. But getting back to a point that I was making right before everything was going on, like I said, this is the end of a decade. And, you're transitioning into the future. We are the future. The future is now. How dare you? Greta Thunberg, all that good stuff. And so here's a very important thing, and it is Sunday. At this point, you have wonderful memories in the 2010s, some of y'all from the 2000s, whatever it may be. But you're going into 2020, and I could never imagine, in the late 90s, early 2000s. I remember when the transition in Y2K and all that stuff took place. But you have to save very important memories. And one of those important memories is, I will continue this after this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
You know who the hell this is.
I don't know. I don't know who this is.
You lucky I woke up on time.
That's tough. So what's on your mind?
I just want to make sure I get my double pistachio.
Oh, this was a hustle. Oh, this was a hustle, huh? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, just hustling me for the double pistachios. Okay.
I didn't know you was no gay therapist solver now.
I solve all problems. I'll tell you, I am open to help anybody. I have no hate for anybody. I think all people are special, and if people have problems that they need to resolve, I am here to try to help them solve those problems. And that's what it is. I'm not a judgmental person. Too often, sometimes, yeah, I'm lying. I am judgmental as shit. But if somebody calls and they inquire, and if I feel like I could maybe provide some assistance, I'm willing to go out of my way to provide that assistance.
Hey, man up, how you doing?
Man up, what's the motherfucking deal?
Hey, B, boo, what's up? I really ain't had too much to say. I ain't gonna keep y'all. What is it today? Sunday? I know people gotta get up and go to work and shit.
So you just called me to hustle me to double up on your pistachios. That's what it's about. I should have known. I should have known better.
pretty much.
How,
Hmm.
how dare you?
Hmm. But I really can't stand all that noise in your background. Like it's really not good.
What noise? What noise is in the background? The squeakiness?
Yeah.
Well, that's because I'm fat and this chair is barely holding on. I may go find me a chair on a after Christmas sale.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of shit gonna be on sale after Christmas.
Yes.
I wonder how Christmas sales went this year, because a lot of people said they wasn't in the spirit. They wasn't gonna be spending a lot of money. So I wonder how the numbers gonna be.
I think people still probably did a lot of online shopping. I think people don't want to deal with all the nonsense and tomfoolery of dealing with other people.
But the best thing about that I like about Kenneth was he called out two of the biggest trolls. I ain't gonna mention their name, Kenneth, but baby, I love you for that. Cause them two motherfuckers right there, I can't stand their ass. I cannot stand their asses, and I ain't gonna say their name, cause I ain't even trying to get back into no shit. So I'm gonna let that go.
Okay. Okay.
Cause I've been making changes. You know
Yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying?
I've seen it. I've seen that you have been, being a peaceful person, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, I've been trying. It's not easy being peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's how I'm wired, or I don't know if it's a female. I don't know I just don't know if I'm bipolar. I mean, I really just don't know at this point.
Could it be a combination of all those things?
Probably, but you know what? It seems like the older I get, like the shorter my patience gets. Like I mean, but I be really like trying to woo. You know what? What can I get one of them? The woosah trees. That's what I need to order me.
A woosah tree?
Yeah,
Uh,
you know them. It's not called a woosah tree. It's called a bonsai tree or something.
well, in Chicago, that shit gonna be legal in just a couple of days. You can probably go to the store and get some.
Oh, oh, oh.
That's
You know
all. That's
what?
all the woosah tree
It's
you
some
gonna need.
bullshit. They coming up with some bullshit, Honcho.
Well, what happened?
Trying to push it down. They
Oh,
trying to push it back.
mm,
I'm not happy. I'm not a happy camper right now.
mm, that's tough.
All this shit going on in this city. They're like, we don't need
Mm, mm.
it. We need it. Illinois, I always say on bullshit.
Man, look, yeah, tell y'all need maybe to calm down uh, some of the stuff that's going on. If everybody,
You
if
sound
everybody
like
just,
you sleep out of here. Out of here, you talking about going to the mixer crew and you sleep.
it's all
That's
good.
why you be losing in them games, because your ass be sleepy.
Mm. Oh, now we gonna talk about my gaming skills now. Terrible.
Oh, yeah, I had to throw my shots in there. How dare you talk about my Bears like that?
Yeah, well, that's not my fault that they lost. I didn't do it.
I hope all them men dump on your ass in that game.
Mm.
All of them.
That's terrible.
Mm.
Terrible.
Yeah, I might stop by and root them on too.
Mm. See, this is, I thought we were supposed to be, supporting one another and helping each other, rise up to the next level. You want to see me take L's? I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Candace, baby, you know what? You shouldn't even entertain them, because they two are the most miserable people I've ever seen in my life. All they do is come in here and talk shit and troll. How miserable of a life could you have? That's all you want to do is come sit in a chat and troll. Like, Kenneth, baby, you got to get up and go to work and be fabulous and all that. They're not worth your time at the end of the day. It's just a waste of your energy, boo. For real.
Mm.
They probably sitting in their mama basement just typing, typing, typing. Lonely, fat, and ugly.
Mm. That's
But
tough.
oh yeah, I did say I was gonna stop my bullshit. So let me get back on track.
Mm.
See, I had took a little detail, but I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna get right. It's Sunday too. Praise the Lord.
Mm. You went to church today?
No, I don't ever go to church. I don't go to church.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
okay.
probably one. You know what? That might be one of my problems.
It might be. You can go to Broderick Church.
Oh no, Miss Broderick.
Now look. Hey, you know how things be going in the church house sometime. Now, it's just it's for your the betterment of his boo. You know, so you can go to church. You may see some things, may learn some things that are benefiting. Oh, the Panthers lost today too, Shelly. Oh, yes, you are a Panthers fan, right? Didn't y'all lose today too, if I'm not mistaken? Niggas out there punching people
Oh,
and
you
shit.
just trying to rub it in. You
Nah.
just trying to rub it in. Everybody.
No, because my team won, but I wasn't even happy about the win. So it's not even about that. I talk more shit about my team than anybody. But Shelly always got something to say about some shit. Just keep pounding. That's what she say with them niggas you be fucking with that ain't stood up in it yet, Miss Shelly. See, that's your problem. That's why you keep telling them keep pounding. You ain't reached the right resolution yet. Not you two beat Beyonce. Terrible situation.
Now, be for real, you on some hypocritical bullshit because when you was in here chasing tail, I didn't say nothing. So don't interfere with me in the den when I be doing what I do now. It got to go both ways. Now, we were just talking about polygamy the other day. Now, it was good for you, it's good for me. So
I'm gonna have to send you the rule book. I'm gonna send you the rule book so that way you pull a rule book out on them and let them know this is how it works. I'm the star of this show, so these are how the rules gonna go. So that way you ain't got to worry about
they crazy. They crazy. But in a polygamy situation, I mean, I think it could work if it's a married situation, but not just no dating situation.
So you think that?
I wouldn't do that.
So what you mean is like if the man and the woman married, they maybe brought somebody else in, as opposed to if you were dating another woman and then brought another woman in.
No, if me and him was married and then he took on another wife, I would be okay with that because I would be the first wife, and she would have to pretty much do what I say just like him. So I would be cool with that.
So you think it would have to be a hierarchy type situation?
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what's happening. I mean, I didn't even think about it from that level, and I think that
everybody said it's a this, so you know.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense too. I think that would have to. Don't tell
My
me.
friend.
This shit keep fucking lagging. I'm getting pissed off. This shit keep cutting out. Here's the deal, Miss Rashid, and I hate to cut short, but this shit is getting frustrating. I'm finna get ready to because I don't even think half the call can be heard because it's cutting in and out and shit. And so we finna get ready to wind it down. But I think that's a great idea though about the hierarchy, and I didn't think about it. I'm gonna have to put that in the rule book. The first wife is like, it's the king, then the queen, then it's like, the second wife, she, follows the king, but she also got to follow some of the rules of the queen too. So I think, I think that works too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she was here first, so she gets to lay down some foundation too. I'm with that.
See, the king follows the rules of the queen, and the first wife follows the rules of the queen. That's how that's gonna go. That's how my house gonna run.
Okay, well, you got a different rule book than what I got, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know, Bad Bougie. I don't know. Look, don't be selling them lies, Bad Bougie. There's more women than men out there, so don't be telling them lies. There's enough men for them out there, because it ain't. It ain't enough men. Unless y'all wanting to go do some weird stuff and go do some old changing the game up a little bit. It ain't enough men for all y'all out there. Don't believe all that.
I don't consider it selling. I consider it short.
Okay. And that's what's happening.
It's not selling. It's a choice because you don't have to be in a situation.
Correct. But if someone,
a lot of people be supposed to be in monogamous relationships and the man still cheating, so at least you know what he's doing.
Correct. I think
I would rather be in that situation where I know than where I'm dumb to it. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. And then what happens too? Look, here's what happens too. And then if he fool around and cheating on both of y'all, when he come home, y'all can jump that nigga. You got somebody that
Oh
got your
yeah,
back. You know what I'm saying? So bam,
exactly.
there you go. Bam. See, look, y'all ain't even think about it like that. Y'all ain't even think about them like this. So I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to get y'all some game. Oh man, but here's the deal, Miss Rusty. We finna get ready to wind it down for this thing. Fucking start lagging again.
Okay.
That's it's been annoying the hell out of me. But I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts. And you know, I got you down
I
for
really.
a second set of pistachios. I'm gonna have to put, like I said, I'm gonna have to put everybody's pistachios in manually in the bot because right now it's not connected to the service. So I gotta do it manually. But once the bot starts working again, everybody will have you'll all be accounted for. I
Okay.
promise.
Even though you did tell me I can have as much time as I want, but you know I'm gonna let you go because
Okay.
the
Okay.
connection is.
Yeah, because it's been super janky, and I'm annoyed by it. I can't lie.
Oh, trust me, I'm annoyed too.
Mm. Mm.
And I wanted to say good night to a special good night to Kenneth. You became one of my favorites in the den.
Mm. Okay. Well, that's what's happening. That's
That's
what's
it. That's all.
okay. Well, Miss
Well,
Rashida.
good night, everybody.
So wait. So you mean Kenneth's gonna get a side man sandwich before I do?
Of course.
That's bullshit. I don't want to. I'm gonna have to recount your pistachios, make sure they
Kenneth,
accurate.
Kenneth would get a main man sandwich.
Oh. So that's how we rocking. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I don't know about all that. But Miss Rashida, I appreciate you calling back in and ending the show on a high note.
Okay, good night.
Now you have a good
Oh,
evening.
fuck you, Coach. I can't stand your. Ugh, let me go. Bye. That's one motherfucker I wish would just leave. I really like. Let me go. Bye.
Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, here's the deal, y'all. So we finna slide into the mixer for a little bit after this. And I know some of y'all be like, well, why go to the mixer when you got people here in the den? Well, let me tell you a couple of things. Because I don't have these fucking lights in my face. And I can sit in my fucking chair however I want to. Sometimes I might be butt naked in the chair. I might be in here farting and shit, and y'all can't see me and none of that shit. Y'all don't know what I be doing on the mixer. I'm lying. I don't be doing all that shit. I be pretty much doing the same shit I'm doing right now. Just no lights on and all. I usually cut the lights out and chill. But here's my thing. But here's the thing, though. But what if some women want that? You can't justify. Some women may want the other company. Some dudes may be okay with a woman engaging in with other women too. Some dudes said women like women too. So if you have all that in your house and you happy, then what's wrong with that? Now again, like I say, personally, that's not my thing. But again, it's a lot of women out there lonely. It's a lot of women going to these places. A lot of women getting tricked. If women are so, Miss Bad and Bougie, I got one for you right now. And as we get ready to wind things down, I want to finish the statement I was making earlier. Would you rather a woman who is to be in a relationship where she shares a man, but she says she's happy, or say women who go and they marry prisoners and things like that? Because there's a lot of that. Women who get married to people who are convicts. Some of them ain't ever getting out. What is that? You know what I'm saying? There's a let's say you say he likes Jamar Johnson. He needs to go put a sock on, then take an extra long piss and doesn't want terrible, terrible. But all I'm saying is, the chair beat. It sound like that old, what was that beat? What was that old, who was that? What it is, good? What's up? Yeah, I don't remember that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But here's the thing, right? So, like I said, this decade is about to end, and you want to preserve memories. You want to remember the wonderful things that happened. So this upcoming week, we're going to have a couple of conversations just about the holidays, kind of about, the end of the decade, not no new year, new me shit, but just what's going on. But the most important thing that we need to discuss is, ladies, it's Sunday and you need to send nudes so that you can have, I will keep a record. Now, normally I don't do this. Usually I just delete the pictures, and some of y'all, I appreciate it. Brightens my day. Usually I delete the pictures. I don't keep record of any of those things. I don't, like I said, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell. I don't keep things. I don't share things. That's not my thing. But you want to preserve your memories of the 2010s. You know, your body may change in the 2020s. So I'm providing a service. It's called the Send Nude service. You send nudes, I'll keep them stored, and then if you ever need to recall how you looked in the 2010s, I got you. I'll send them back to you. So there you go. I'm just fucking with you. What are you talking about? I'm ignoring. I'm not ignoring you. You said I feel sorry for the women who haven't convinced, and that's what I was asking. Well, what about the women who? What about the women who? What about the women who, you know, date men in jail or whatever? Would you rather them have a man that they're accessible to but they have to share, or would it be better for them to have a man that's locked up? And I'm not talking about that they were with him before he got locked up and they holding him down. 'Cause most women don't do that anyway. They'll say they're doing it, but they, you know, doing whatever they're doing on the outside. But I'm talking about a woman who is with a man, but she shares the relationship, so she actually has access to the man, or a woman who is prison pen pals married to a prisoner. What would, which one is a better situation, Miss Bad and Bougie? You know what I'm saying? So, yes, exactly. So, yes, R-rated cloud store. And hey, if you like X-rated, if you send X-rated, you know, X-rated is cool. I don't want your triple X shit. I don't know, some of y'all into some wild shit. I've had some conversations with some of y'all. You know, we've heard some of the calls that have happened on the line. Yeah, you know, so. But all bullshit aside, it's time to slide to the mixer before the shit cut out again. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram. Ed Honcho HTX on Twitter. If you follow my Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram, let me know who you are. I will follow you back. I try to follow y'all back if I see your accounts and I know who you are from the den. I definitely try to follow back. Ed Honcho HTX on Twitter. Den Show at Den Show Live on Facebook. Like the Den Show Live Facebook page. Join the Den Show Live Facebook group. What else? Let's see. Let me think. I don't know. I think that's it. But excuse me. The Den Show house. Oh no, don't go there. That would not be good. Look, if there was, I don't want to get into that. We'll talk about that one day. But I need to go check the Den Show mailbox. Oh bullshit. Yeah, I still use the one in Kemah. I've never updated my PO box. I just still use the same. I still pay for it. So if you want to send something physical to the den, the link is in the description below. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody show love this evening. And I thank y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all. And what is your name? I don't know your name, Shelly Long. That's what I say. Like, if I know who you are, I will follow you. If I'm not familiar with your name, sometimes you might have just shoot me a message. Hey, this is such and such from the den. If your name is different from your den name, it will be much, you know, like I'm not gonna know. So just let me know, and you know what I'm saying. And I will. You sent hate mail. I didn't get it. I need to go check it. Like I said, it's been a while, so I go check it. I'll probably go check it before the year's up. So I need to go check it. But yeah, if I don't know, like I say, if you send a message or something, let me know, and I'll follow back. And outside of that, you know, there's that. It's better share and cheat on it with a real man. Terrible. You know, let Ronald Isley cheat in peace. That's the. Oh, that's terrible. Leave Lamar Johnson alone. Sometimes you gotta piss. You tweet on your daily hatred. Yes. It's bad stuff. But Mixer Crew. It's almost 1 my time. It's about 8 minutes. By 1 o'clock, we'll be on. So, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank y'all for being here this evening. We'll be back at it tomorrow. I forgot what the. Yeah, you sent me a picture of Cam Newton. That's right. You did send a picture of Cam Newton, and it was terrible. He looked like fucking Mary Poppins and Whitney Houston. So, yeah, that was a terrible picture, Shelley. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all being here. Until tomorrow, same day and time, same day and channel. Y'all ain't got to go home. But y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna leave the chat open for a little while. Like I said, until I get set up in the mixer. Usually once I see the chat die out while I'm in the mixer, I end up closing it after that. So if y'all want to chop it up with each other, I'll leave the chat open so y'all can talk. Shout out to Cliff and Daniel. Hopefully we'll be able to reach the outcome of that situation soon. Who knows? We'll find out. Maybe in the next coming day. Maybe before the end of the year we'll find out. I'm gone.